This stuff Yerushalmi Orlah in the article Oz V'Hodar edition around Daf Tesvav Amud Aleph. The two dots, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines down. Lama Sraf, which in the Vilna is on Ches Amud Aleph. No two dots. Lama Sraf is in the wide lines 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lines down. There's a little asterisk with a parentheses mark next to it. Lama Sraf. So the one I said, which Rabbi Shua said, if you're mamid if you use mamid, you make cheese with the sap from Pagi Orla, unripe Orla fruit. That's also because it's a fruit. It's the sraf itself is considered a fruit, or the pagin is considered a fruit, and therefore the sraf is a yotzei mina fruit. And what's an nafkamina? So I'm going to ask again. Lama, why is it also to use the sraf pri? Is it the sraf? The sraf is the pri itself, or pagin pri? Or the unripe fruit is the pri. In tema sraf pri, if you're going to say that the sap itself is a fruit, asa came with truma. If you did this with truma, it says mutter. But the Rash, the Gra, and the Yerushalmi and Shvis, all the gears are aser, right? If the sraf is then the sraf is truma. It's a fruit. It's truma fruit. So therefore, it's also to azar. In tamer pagin pri, if you're going to say the pagin is the pri, also came with truma. He did it with truma. It's mutter because why should it be? Lama shanas trumuteres, because the nois orla asura. It's true. Hana from orla is also any hana, even if it's indirect. But by hana from truma is mutter for azar. And therefore, if the pag is the fruit, and the sraf is just hana from the fruit, then that's not a problem. Then that cheese would be permitted. So if the sraf itself is fruit, then it's fruit which is truma. It's also a zar. But if the pag is the fruit, it's just hana from the saraf, which is associated with the fruit, then be mutter for a zar. Okay, the next part of Mishnah talks about an close and chartzanim. Rabbi Zira v'chad Rabban, Rabbi Zira and one of the rabbis, b'shem Rab, both in the name of Rab. We don't know who the rabbi was. That anovim shaloku ad shelo aviu shlish. That anku close are grapes which became ruined before they got to a third of their ripeness. Rabbi said, no. Even they got ruined after they became a shlish, they still have the status of anku close and are not the ikar peri. Rabbi Chia bar Ada. This is where this funny word, which is hard for me to pronounce, comes from. It's a contraction. Invin de lake tausehon. It is grapes which got afflicted before they became a third. There's a slight different gears here in the it's just local of Vas Klasehon. Not sure where he gets the Vas from. It's not here. Well, there are those who say the exact opposite. That are the article brings it down that local tlasion means they got local after they got to a tlasion. So it could mean go either way. Okay. But he meant it's something which has to do with a third. Okay, next part of the Mishnah quoted here, Rabbi Yossi says, noting yichur, it says ein, but that's taken out of the Um, the It's taken out by the Rashbilio because the quote from Mishnah is noting you can plant a shoot of an orla tree because the orla tree is not osbano. Rabbi Yochanan said, "Avar v'nata mutter." This story about the next part actually. The Mishnah says if you planted a nut, if you planted the nut, you weren't supposed to, but because I'm not from it, but it gets rotted in the ground before something grows from it. So if the tree which grows from it, but the evid is mutter, okay, or not the mutter of a hirkiv. But if you took the kafnio shel orla and you were marking them, you weren't supposed to, they don't become mutter because those kafnios don't become usher mutter because they're still the same kafnios, so the same lousy dates. So therefore they remain usher on account of orla. There's no way to be to them. Okay, ego shel orla says more ego shel orla shenoto v'chein beitzas avodah shenaseh efroach. You have the nut which we just said it's mutter because it rots, and an egg which is worship of avodah zarah, and then a chick came out of it. Rabbi Chagai Shem Yoshi said Spalga Chizkiah b'Kana. It's machlekes actually. Chizkiah and Kana. Kana Amar Muteres. Chana says mutter because whatever it was, the nut or the egg rotted, and then it became the tree or the chick. Chizkiah Amar Aser. Chizkiah says it's Aser because it's still considered to be Hanoah from Yisrael Hanoah, even though rotted in the interim. I guess because that's its derech. That's the way it works. So therefore, it's still considered to be Aser b'Hanoah. Adaiti Chizkiah. So according to Chizkiah, it says probably the article has this changed too. It should be Eich, not Ein. Yes, Heich. Okay. Adaiti Chizkiah Heich Efshel lebeitzas avodah zarah shenase sefrach. How's it possible that a beitzas avodah zarah becomes becomes a chick? So Chizkiah holds in the Yerushalmi Avodah Zarah Parakimel Halach Hey that somebody bows down to an egg doesn't ask because of Avodah Zarah, because into a ma'aser to the goof to the actual egg. So it doesn't mean a beitzas Avodah Zarah. You have to have that knowledge of Gemara Avodah Zarah in order for this to make sense, right? How do you get to being a beitzas Avodah Zarah if you have to do a ma'aser? We're talking about if you crack the egg, so that ain't kind of frach. You're not going to get to a chick. If you brought it within the confines of the area of the Avodah Zarah, it's like within the Mechitza Avodah Zarah became Tikroivas Avodah Zarah. So why should that make it usher? Come see. If you so if you bow down to it, it's not usher. You didn't do a ma'aser to it. Just because you brought it inside the kloim of the Avodah Zarah, inside that area for the krevis asura, make it usher. So he says, so Yehuda and the father, Rabbi Tanya said, I have a way, and even according to Chizkiah, it's going to be usher. That they use this egg to seal a breach in the wall of Avodah Zarah. That we did a ma'aser b'kufa, became a shamshe Avodah Zarah. Okay, so he made it into a brick in the base of Avodah Zarah. That of itself makes Avodah Zarah, and then you have the whole question of the efroach, which grows from the Avodah Zarah. That's good. Obviously, that's considered to be enough of a ma'aser by putting it into the fence. Okay, so beitzas hekdesh shenase sefrach. You have an egg of hekdesh, which became a chick. So what's its status? Rabbi Yassi said, "Pliga b'kana Rav Yochanan." It's machlokes kana Rabbi Yochanan. Kana mar asura. Rav Kana says it's asur. Of course, it's not called Rav Kana in the Yerushalmi because we don't recognize Rav, and it was not Rabbi Kana. So Rav Kana holds it's asur. Becomes like hekdesh, and Rabbi Yochanan says it's mutter. Akana Rabbi Zera said. Zera said to Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Yochanan muteres. That Rabbi Yochanan said it's mutter. Well, not quite. Of who he podos of his man zara. You have to, even though Rabbi Yochanan is mutter, you have to redeem it in its value as an egg, not as that's called zara when it's an egg, not as it's a chick. And the reason why he says zman zara is like it says in Shumas Perek Tes Locha Daled by Dovish Zara Kole, something where the seed, which eventually is going to rot in the ground, you redeem it as its according to its value as a seed. Rabbi Chanina, Rabbi Yoina, Rabbi Lezer B'Shem Kahana, that said that Paidasa Bizman Zara, same idea. Chinu B'Shem Pinchas said Mitakta. He fixed the shmua because this way he says there's no machlekas. Well, Rabbi Yochanan kind of say Poed B'Shah Zara. What's the machlekas? She said there's machlekas. Rabbi Yochanan kind of said Asur. Rabbi Yochanan but he just said you have to redeem it. It's hekdesh. You can redeem it though as its value as an egg. You don't have to redeem it as the value of a chick. Where's the machlekas? So the what's the machlekas? So this is the way to learn it. Kana masura. Rav Kana holds the egg is hekdesh. You have to redeem it as it's worth as a chick. If Yochanan muteres, Yochanan says muteres, and you redeem it as it was at the time it was an egg. So therefore, machlokes really everybody agrees that it is hekdesh. The question is what's its status as hekdesh. So Kana says it's hekdesh itself, and I guess because the derech of an egg is to become a chick, so therefore, even when it comes to chick, you have to redeem its full value. But Rabbi Yochanan says no. You go by what its original status. What grows after is gedulei hekdesh. You don't have to redeem it according to its status as it grew. Ba'asher when it was made hekdesh, it was an egg, and therefore redeem it as it was worth at the time that it was an egg, not as the time. So it's worth later on when it becomes a chick. Okay, and that brings us to the end of the parak and exactly to the end of Tezvav Amud Beis. And we'll stop here for today.